Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. Yes, listen this. We have abnormal times with the Prime Minister, the government with Andrew Holness and the ruling party. So it calls for drastic measures. Yeah. So right now we're upon a different thing. All gloves off, So you see this right now, this name City Hall. We're gonna start it. We just talk to the sheriff. Maybe him get for Lagan, want him Lagan, if not Lagan, him the right so. But we're gonna play something with the sheriff before we start talk to the sheriff. Right? Yes, we're gonna play something with the sheriff. But we're gonna start this because this calls for drastic action. Prime Minister Andrew Holness too. Me see I promote up a good year when I talk about 40 years and them things. Listen me. Listen, let me tell you again. Let me tell you again. You see all these things, remember this. You are talking about from 40 years. And then where you do you build out. Then this is your legacy where you show people are foolish is a garbage. And by the way, 1997, no, that's on 40 years. Who did you lock down March around the 22nd, the 21st, 1997. That sounds like 27 years to me. So when you reach 40 years and then what you are do, and by the way, now you are build it. Come have everything in front of me, I say, We're going to show the people them. But let me start City Hall because hear this now. All gloves off for that playing. You understand? Them I can play sheriff and bring in the sheriff. Let me start it like this.
Trendsetter, I'm going to Wayne Lonesome on this place. Tell the boy, the follow come on. Wayne Lonesome, the follow back and no man. Anyway, Lonesome, man a big trendsetter. Lonesome run the place. Me no follow back and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, Lonesome set the place. Me follow back yo. As a man said to me, you're an expansion man. Cool. In the car, I'm gonna lose from. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together and I do make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and touchdown. Me visit the love get a while. I pull up a tank. Run out the trendsetter. Lonesome set the place. Me never love a come and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter till Lonesome set the place. Never love a come on. Yo, veteran. To perform a stage show and up for them up the rest. Yes. Take some juice and smoke too big at the festival. Naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, Lonesome natural and what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When me up on the mic how the moon start thing. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big trendsetter. Lonesome set the place. Never love a come and come in and run rat race. Big trendsetter. Lonesome set the place. Me never love a come on.
Yes, man, around here we've been up a lot of hammers. We know our time, our style. Yes. But before me talk to the sheriff, King Council, yes, man. The general himself, we're gonna talk to him. We're gonna have some serious discussion. Because Andrew are going bad and I mislead Jamaica down the run path. We know another with him in our gloves off. When we run us, do a thing in fact checking. We keep him straight. Run us up. We beat and teach run us up. Remember play the sheriff when him get rid of Andrew. When him get rid of Andrew Bass. The one that put Andrew here to come mash up the country. Remember play this and then talk to the sheriff. Hold on there.
Please, Mr. Knight, please.
I'm suggesting that you are pathologically mendacious.
Mr. Knight, that is an improper suggestion.
Why?
And an improper...
After he just said what he just said?
Yes.
It's pathological.
Mr. Knight, please continue your cross-examination if you so intend to.
He was referring to what you said, a ruling you made.
And he laughed at you.
And laughed. You have a pathological condition when it comes to telling the truth. And I'm suggesting to you that you have misled, you have conspired, and you have deceived the Parliament, the people of this country and the inquiry, this commission, the diaspora and every Jamaican, and that you, Prime Minister, should pack your bags and go.
Mr. Chairman,
The sheriff himself. What you talking about? Hold on there. No. We have to catch the sheriff himself. We have to talk to the sheriff himself. Yes? The sheriff. All right, right away, people. No long delay. Right away, the sheriff himself. Yeah? Yes, ma'am. So this serious again, we have to call on the sheriff once again. You understand? We have to call on the sheriff once again to straighten out the situation, yeah. But Andrew Holness worse than Bruce Colin. By far. Yes? By far. Yeah, man. Andrew Holness worse than Bruce Colin by far. See? Yes. So we have to straighten them out. Right away. Sheriff ready. Sheriff, tell the sheriff ready. Ready. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I have to straighten him out. People, we see Andrew Holness. Him go back again up a Goodyear. Went back to Goodyear. Go up on the top of the place. Me have it, you know, because I got play it too. I got play it. Let's wait on the sheriff. And him make we know, say, you know, this are the first in the history of Jamaica. You see a prime minister carry out and him a build like him a build a city. You can't believe this. Him talk about 40 years. Him come like him forgot when Goodyear, him don't know when Goodyear closed down. Yeah? 40 years. Him gone back at 90, if him say before 40, remember I know about the 2024. So you talk about before 1984. That's stupid. We have to tell Andrew that's stupid. Seriously. Very stupid. You understand? Very stupid. So him gone back there, so him gone back before 84. And then him a tell you, say him a build place. Hey, sheriff. Hey, good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, but how you doing? Yes, but just a turn up, show the people them can hear you loud and clear, you know. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So tonight we just talk about this government, this uncaring government. Yeah. Andrew Holness and the uncaring government. We want to discuss about the SSL, under the lies, the money chopping, the 70.
I have followed the SSL.
Okay.
In the detail.
Yes. But we want to talk about the FinSat too, you know. And then Andrew Holness come out the other day like him watch the poll.
No, I don't want to talk about SSL and FinSat.
Okay, no problem. But we want to talk about the 18 and a half years. And him come out the other day and him said the PMP mash up the country in 18 and a half years, which I'm going to name out some of the things they want to do. And in the 70s, misleading the people. And we want to talk about some of the, you know, him have a 28 account. We know him have 28 account. The first, as a lawyer, the first thing I may ask you, as a lawyer, you ever book up anything like that before?
Never. Never. We can talk about the 70s, we can talk about the Integrity Commission.
Make we talk about the Integrity Commission first.
We can talk about, yes.
Make we talk about them first. Because I see them rush the Integrity Commission, them set it up, and you know, yes.
And maybe well known because that's in court. I was going to talk about, you can talk about it generally, late returns.
Yes.
Because they want cut off Michael Phillips' head and I take him to court. are going to court for him tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So we can talk about late returns generally.
Yes. Oh, generally. Okay. All right. And the next thing we want to talk about too, you was a national security minister. In a year tenure, any other tenure, you ever see any corruption with the police force like what you see right now? You get promoted when you show your hand. Politically interference, people get promoted, them not even police. And then you demote the police. Why do them work? You ever seen anything like this before?
No.
All right, make we start kicking. Where we start kicking from now? Make we start about the Prime Minister and him and all them promises and what we see going right now. If you see anything at all where the Prime Minister can come show him do for the 8 3/4 years, him in a power.
Okay.
Yes.
Him promise 100 days, I'm going to do this in promise. Where's him promise? Him promise window open. And promise that's him promise. Him promise so much damn so.
Yes. So him promise all these things. But you see any of these things come to fulfillment? Any one of these things? None.
No.
Yes. All right. With the St. Thomas Road, or the highways what me hear my boast about.
Yes.
The St. Thomas Road, and that was a blueprint from
our time. Yeah.
Yes.
Not so highway. The whole of all of that was PJ. That's why them call PJ, Mr. Infrastructure.
Okay. So that was from PJ time.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So with the Prime Minister right now, with the Jamaica Labour Party, because them spend a lot of money, and them are boss and nothing at all.
Right.
All right. Them fighting crime. For them kind of we are fighting crime with the SOE. That legal?
There are aspects that were challenged, but the fact is this: the SOE, a state of emergency, is something that ought to be short, not extended, not proliferated across the whole country, intermittently. Because what I observe is that they don't have a plan. If you have a state of emergency in a particular area, you should have done a study which shows you that when you have a state of emergency at position X, the criminal element move to position Y, and therefore you have the appropriate kind of strategy to be able to identify and arrest those persons who have fled from point A to point B, because the effectiveness of your state of emergency is to keep the criminals within the very place where them committed the offense. So, what would them
Make no good, right? But that all right. So the Prime Minister, before him coming in as an opposition leader, him promised to sleep with window and doors open. And him is a failure. Them is a failure in that part, right? National security is a failure. Okay. Make we touch the hospital. That's a failure, we write it off. We know it's a failure.
Yes.
Make we touch the hospital. You say any good in the hospital or it a run right now?
No, it can't, because the fact is that there's a team that came to Jamaica, recommended that we needed certain equipment, and they are concerned that so much time has lapsed, and yet there is no provision of the equipment, which means that persons have not been getting the appropriate treatment, and there is no indication that in the future or near future there is going to be a change. There is none. So the failure continues unabated, and the people are the sufferer.
People they suffer. All right. Anything like this ever happen under the PMP administration?
Not on this kind of scale.
Not on this kind of scale. And by the way, we see the health minister, him don't take blame none at all. None at all.
The health minister is misplaced. The health minister is a good marketer. But if you are a good marketer, you have to have a product to market. And what is happening is that the health sector, the performance of the health sector, cannot be marketed because it just doesn't exist. The level at which it ought to be is there. You can market that which isn't.
All right.
And, but in terms of his performance to provide, it has been a dismal failure.
Okay. Seems a failure also. So overall, I mean, I think we go back in at some other sectors, but we'll just come back to all this now. And his performance, because him start go around and manage every other ministry. Him a do PR too, right? Because him not working. That's all this himself.
Yeah.
Him a do PR. All right. Tell me something. With Richard Azam, yeah? When in honest, we're in opposition. And him came out and him said it was a dark day for Jamaica. What you call film situation now? What you call film situation now?
Well, you see, you can't compare them as he has sought to do. The fact is that what Richard Azam did was aimed at benefiting persons who were connected to the market.
Yes.
And improving the condition under which they were carrying out their deals and the conditions for persons coming to purchase. That's a totally different situation. In this situation, what is being alleged is personal enrichment in circumstances where they don't match with income. That is what is being alleged. Nothing Richard Azam did had anything to do with his income. It had to do with approval.
So that is day and night, two different things completely.
Two different.
But you see it again because Andrew Honest mislead the nation, make it sound like a something and say that the act is corrupt. And it sound like the PMP are the most corrupted. Yes, still him does help out some people, police are take with them goods.
Exactly.
But now we see more than 3 accounts with more than 473 million run through it. You know, and then some other account and thing. And them don't want nobody talk about it. Tell me something about yes. Say it and me ask a question.
When you have that amount dealing with
millions of dollars. The source from which that money came can be something that you don't know about. If it was pennies, you could understand. But millions, you must know. If you don't know, then you're not handling your personal affairs properly. If you can't handle your personal affairs, you can't handle the people's affairs, which is at a higher and bigger level.
Right. This one tough. All right. So here I heard Malawu. She came out at the IC and she talk about the corporate veil and says a different entity. What them fretting about when them say different entity?
Well, I don't understand why Malawu talks, but there are certain aspects of the operations of a company that is not public. And so that when I say they lift the corporate veil, they mean they are now going into the innards of the company to see how it operates, how it is run, what are its structures, and so on. And the management aspect of the company.
Oh. And our understanding here in the diaspora, right? And not a Jamaican too, right? We want a prime minister. We want a government for honest and truthful. And far as what you see right now with the government, them honest and truthful?
Well, the government has not been forthcoming in to the people of Jamaica because there are too many questions being asked about expenditures in relation to the rental of buildings, the construction of others, which have not been answered. And that kind of thing breeds contempt for an administration because the people have a right to know. And when you conceal the information, it makes one feel that you are covered up something.
Okay, that's just the mic that them can hear you properly, you know. Yeah, when I hear them good, right? Yes, good.
Yeah, man, I hear you.
All right, you're hearing all right. Good. Yes, man.
So you're going to call me back?
No, man, we're good. We are talk right now. We are talk. People are listening, you, and people are tell you. So we are here. You're good. So everybody are hearing you. Them listening. Them listening.
People are hearing me now?
Everybody hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, man. Everybody hearing you loud and clear. 7 o'clock. Loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
man.
let me just say hail up to those who are hearing.
Yes, them say loud and clear. You have much device, much more than nearly 1,000, more than 1,500 devices long time.
Okay.
Yes, and counting.
Well,
yes.
Hail up to all of them. Hail up and
yes.
hope things are going fine.
Yes, and you have some of them that say them well 1 year you tell only to pack in bags and go.
Well, at a conference, I warned him some months ago, probably 8 months ago. I said to him, look here, buy a bag. Buy a bag. Because he might tell him to pack the bags and him saying don't have any. So I tell him, buy a bag. Because he's going to need it. And I told his MPs that we were going to send them all together, so they must buy a trunk. Because the truth is, that, you know, I believe in a strong two-party democracy.
Yes.
At present, it's lopsided 49 to 14 in the parliament.
Mm.
This might not please PNP supporters, but I would like to see a vibrant parliament where the party in control has a comfortable majority, but we have on the opposition side a number that can make a difference to the quality of the debate. And they don't just feel overwhelmed that, well, there's only 14 of us. So I'd like to see Andrew have 20.
Yes. But not him doing it, not him. Him to go, yes. But everybody wants him go.
Well, the writing is on the card for him.
Yes.
Because many persons are saying, this is what they are saying, I have not myself visited the area, do I know it well, that his constituents are disenchanted with him.
Yes, he need to go.
Yes,
but
they are saying that his presence and continuation at the helm is causing their party to lose favor in the wider society.
Yes.
So the disenchantment with him is affecting the chances of his party. And the disenchantment with him is not something where they just look at him and say they don't like him. They are examining how he operates, what he does, what he says, how he manages. And they're saying that it is unlikely that their welfare will change with his kind of style. For example, at Office of the Prime Minister,
yes,
we have a whole slew of ministries up there that he is overseeing, but he doesn't have the capacity to manage that block of ministries at OPM. And what has happened? It means that their performance just happens not to be, up to standard.
Yes. You're loud and clear. So him have a lot of agency in his in the office of the Prime Minister.
Oh yes.
Yes. I heard that even Evans, because the other day them have some storm coming and then we see him come on now. And a film job that him out and I talk to people and I say these are just a part, we call it PR, right? Because couple years ago till now, them have Christopher Tufton as the most performing minister. But we rate him as sub-zero. So if him are the best out of the worst. Yeah, because they're the best worse than him, Yeah, because him don't go to PR, but this is the first time. Let me ask you a question. In a Jamaica history, we ever have travel advisory with the health system before? Me never hear that in the world yet. Unless it's some pandemic or something.
No, we have had travel advisory in relation to security issues.
That's it.
But no. Well, the handling of COVID is analogous to Trump. I mean, it was not following medical advice. You understand? It was politicized.
Yes.
And you see, always remember the best way of carrying out your duties is to depend upon the professional advice you get.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, you have to make the final decision. But this final decision that you make ought not to depart fundamentally from the advice you have received.
Good. But all is to otherwise.
He does otherwise. I mean, I have been in a seat in government where I had followed the advice of the Commissioner of Police and the Chief of Staff of the Jamaica Defense Force.
Mm-hmm.
So the way in which I did it was we would sit and we would reason.
Mm-hmm.
And if I persuaded them, then we go that route. If they persuaded me, then I go that route.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a deadlock that we're not persuading each other, then my approach was to take the best that I thought came out of the advice given with the most reasonable aspects of my own thinking that could gel with the best advice, and that became the policy.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a process, and you can't just dictate, and you can't just depend solely without reasoning on what the advice is. You have to reason it through.
All right. As one of the senior lawyer, right? I see Andrew Wallace do a thing the other day. It hurt everybody heart. That over Clifton. When them come and say the National Security Council tell him that, gang member took over the place. And him attack clansman straight up. Because we him attack about clans. That was a lie. That was a Brown Ward, I wish one name, is a principal worker of one of the school where him have down in a Fin constituency. And say them take money and him just stay in a parliament. And him rush the people in and mash up them place. Him use some youth, some barefoot youth with job and slippers. Come from somewhere in one of them constituency, one of female member of parliament constituency. And go mash up the people in place. Me never seen something like this. That should have go to court. That's illegal. Yes.
Herein lies the problem when you do that. It means that you have no empathy for the citizens. There are no less citizens than others who live in upscale St. Andrew. When you just go in and you mash down, then it means that you don't care about the welfare of others. So you have to do these kinds of things in a systematic way where the least amount of discomfiture is felt by those who live in these, and I choose this word, depressed areas. They are depressed because they lack amenities. You have to be careful because in the final analysis, a leader of the country must not direct his actions based upon a faulty understanding of needs and abilities of persons.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go into a depressed area and just tear down the place, it can't be right.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be right.
This is the first time we see something like this happen because most of the time it always runs through court, right? If people If you want to call him, because we call them depressed areas and thing, right? We not call them about no squatter. But if somebody occupy a piece of land and for time and thing, don't the court, them have to go through the court and some process have to go through. Me never say something like this. Him say, he might do it.
If I may say,
Yes.
this was one of the programs of P.J. Patterson as Prime Minister when he launched Operation
Pride. Yes.
It was and the word pride was important.
Yes.
What it was a process of regularizing that which was not in keeping with the law. But so you try to regularize it. And in so doing, you also try to upgrade the conditions under which people live. Because that is a function of government.
That's a function.
And so Operation Pride was in itself an operation that people could have pride in because it was giving them an opportunity to be proud of where they were.
And that's over 58,000 titles. 58,000, 58,000.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
58,000 titles.
Yeah.
No one no complain. And that's huge. But yes, still the JLP take it and spin it like it was a bad thing. And that was part of the 18.5 years. Right?
Yeah.
And next big thing with the administration, your administration, phone administration, the government, the PMP administration, 18.5 years. Are the telecommunication when them remove the monopoly system from one telephone provider and free that great. That is a revolution. It revolutionized Jamaica. A lot of people with them business. It drives a lot of business. It helps us.
Say something.
Yes.
P.J. Patterson as Prime Minister once spoke to it in this way.
Mm-hmm.
He says, no, a man pushing his handcart can be communicating with anybody he pleases.
True.
Because he has his telephone in his hand.
Yes.
You understand? I remember when people were demonstrating for a telephone booth in a community because they had no means of communicating with the outside world, outside of them meeting with each other. They had no means, and they wanted a telephone booth, and the whole process, the telecommunications industry was expanded to the point where with development we are where we are now. So that was a game changer for people. I mean, they could call their relatives anywhere in the world and say, listen, grandma's sick. We need some help immediately.
Mm-hmm. Make a add some things on that, right? Because you with the music on a big scale, right? First time when we used to cut like dub plate and thing, and we are sending it overseas, we have to go up a jamming tell to make the foreign call and thing, right? And then they're sending the money, we cut it on the plate, right?
Yeah.
And then we'd have to go Federal Express and send it off. And then it take your time to reach. But because of this, we business get faster. And we make more money. I will give thanks to that. Enough more business flourish because of the telephone. Because you stay one end of your hard and say that you have to drive go yourself. You do a lot of things. Revolutionize the whole place. This are the inner the 18 and a half years, right? Of course. Yes.
It opened opportunities.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? The next one nowadays, the transport, the license, the used car license in the 1990s, that flourished again, and we see a lot of dealership open. Used car dealer right around the place, make a lot of people get rich. Make a lot of man can own them taxi and I do them own things and do a lot of business. That'll come from you people again, from the PMP. Yeah. That's the next plus.
Yeah.
So why one is come now when I say the 18 and a half years, the PMP mash up the country, when him himself will live after the 18 and a half years. Every single Jamaican benefit from the 18 and a half years.
Exactly. In different ways.
Of course.
You know, I suppose one has to give and take with political propaganda. He has to have something to say to the populace in order to get some votes. And whilst he can be proud of his achievements, he can speak in a derogatory way about our 18 and a half years in office. But that period has long gone. And he has spent 8 years?
8 and 3/4 years. Yes, 8 and 3/4. Because yes, so, like couple more days, 8 and 3/4 years.
He has spent 50% of the time. Have we seen 50% improvement in the quality of life of our citizens? No. And it means, therefore, that his performance must be under the microscope, because if he has not built on the past and has not really done anything, then why should you retain him?
He must go. He need to move.
Yeah, you know, Holiness needs to go, but beyond his performance is this issue which has a negative effect in the country, and it has a negative effect on our international reputation. When the leader of the country violates the law and then seeks to change it, to make that which he did legal, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And something is immoral about it. Parliament passed a law which dealt with illicit enrichment. What was it about? It was saying, look, we want a certain level of probity in the political administration. And since they are exposed to the use of public funds, then we want to ensure that those public funds don't get into private pockets unless it is in keeping with the practices, procedures, and legislation. When I passed that corruption prevention bill, and I remember the debate on that particular clause in the bill, where the jail opposed it. And I was disturbed in my mind then, because why would you oppose something like that unless you had some personal intent to do something which should be prohibited? The illicit enrichment was a simple, very simple provision. look here, don't tamper with public money. Don't get your wealth through illegal means. In that debate, the JP got an opinion from a lawyer in the United States of America, and they brought it to Parliament to say it was unconstitutional. But an American lawyer is not going to be looking at it in the total and full context of the Jamaican Constitution. He's going to be looking at it as he has been taught on American Constitution. He's not even going to be concerned with Commonwealth Constitution. And so he came to a faulty conclusion. They were pleased with his conclusion because they didn't want the provision. But you have to ask yourself, why? Why? If you have a law called corruption prevention, and you have in it a provision which explain how you get your money, whether it's from drug dealing, diversion of funds, etc. You can explain it. That's all. That's all.
Make us say something to you. So, the thing when carry the IC to the court now, the same thing, illicit enrichment, for struck it down, right? If that for struck down, and them are go after some people, just say, them going after some of these guys, when them say the lottery scamming, them could use that same thing was struck down and say, yeah, you can't ask me about my money.
Yeah.
Somebody give me, and then you'd have to let go all of them lottery scammers. So it'd be devastating for the country and for the lords of the land.
But look at it.
Yes.
Some people don't understand the move that he has made.
Yes.
He has gone to court for it to be struck down. If it is struck down, he would be a beneficiary of that, and the whole probe would end, because the court would be saying that the law was unconstitutional from inception. That's what it would be saying. So he would benefit from that.
But we can answer something.
No, let me not finish here.
Yes.
There's another course.
Mm-hmm.
Parliament could repeal that section. They could change it. They could take it out of the statute. But if they did, if Parliament does it, it does not have a retroactive effect. It is from the date of the repeal, where the bill is signed into law by the Governor General, that it would become effective.
Oh.
So what he's doing is using what I would call a hopefully protective mechanism. And the question is, who would benefit from that protection?
Because I can just ask you the question now. That doesn't make every one of these guys where, them just get 100 million from some guy over Portmore. That to make these guys come and say, listen me, you can't ask about what money neither, because you can't ask about no enrichment. We don't get the money there. So them can just keep silent and come tell you something and you can't ask them nothing else.
Exactly.
That means we don't let go all of these criminals for just please Angela Wallace.
Yeah. And another thing that we must look at. A parliamentarian should not be the architect of legislation that benefits himself or herself. It's immoral.
Yes.
And that action that he has taken is to benefit himself. A parliamentarian passes legislation and may be a beneficiary because it affects the entire society. But it is not pointed in one direction and one direction only. Benefit to self and benefit to others is just a consequence. And that's what bothers my mind sometimes when I see that kind of action. I can't trust it.
Tell me something. When them the Integrity Commission itself, right? It's 2017, 2018, them bring it into being, right? We know them did part of the station before. But I get to understand that when them did a pick, the government a pick who to go on the board or who to run it, them never consult with the opposition. I get to understand. Yes.
I can't comment with it.
I think we have that. Me have that. So them never consult with the opposition and pick who am pick and everything. No, them a find fault with all these, Sykes, Sam Panton and everybody. Them want to find fault with all these, honorable.
But Judge Panton.
Yes.
Is a man of high integrity.
Yes.
I have known Judge Panton for all the years that I've been practicing law, and which is 51 years, and he was qualified before I was, so I didn't actually meet him in London, but I met his father, and let me tell you, these were people of sound integrity, which they would have passed on to their offspring. And Judge Panton has conducted himself as a resident magistrate, as it then was, which is now parish judge, first prosecutor, then parish judge, and judge of the highest court in Jamaica, with integrity and learning. And so to try to make him some kind of scapegoat now is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Greg Christie has occupied a position, I forget what it was.
Contractor General.
Contractor General.
Yes.
And Greg Christie, in carrying out his task, I know of persons who are of my political persuasion who Christie went after. So I don't see him as acting in a political light, because if he were, then those persons would not have been pursued by him as they were. And he would not have pursued certain investigations which involved the government of the day, which was PNP, as he did. So we have to be careful how we label persons to our convenience when they are carrying out their duties impartially.
True. I noticed Peter Bounty make a speech the other day, right? Good speech, and it was, he might talk about the police because police are leaving Jove from Jamaica. Leaving jobs because them now get good pay and thing. Not the one them up at top, him take care of them one day. And them have for sure on. And them will leave in a job. Same the nurses and teachers. So the place broke down. Just broke down. And Peter Bunting came out and him say, you know, for police or fight crime. And he thought him get promotion. And on the way you get promotion to a senior troop, you leave from a friendly radio station. And then you turn a DC and leave got senior soup. And then them take it to task. I have to shut up TAJ. Because I noticed when the PMP talk, these people from in the private sector organization of Jamaica attack them. And PSA and PHA, yeah, the Press Association of Jamaica, for nothing at all. But I see when Warmington talk, them love it and them say, you can't stop me from talk and make a talk. And Warmington come and say the PMP, the Glean and RGR, I try Earth and Jonas, I try move him and do all kind of things. And nobody knows nothing. Them just barely talk and them love him. So you can't have this thing two way. Yes.
Let me put it this way.
Yes.
There are certain posts. One of them is the chaplaincy service, and the force chaplain. They are given honorary titles. So I don't know whether or not this particular individual was given an honorary title, or is it that he has now been brought into the scheme of things to carry out functions of a regular police officer. We had a chaplain, Dr. Vivian Panton of blessed memory. He was given the honorary title of senior superintendent, and there are other posts. So, speaking for myself, I would have to have more information before I could make any condemnation,
yes,
or mount any defense for what has happened.
All right, make I say something else to that.
Honorary title.
Yes.
Then I personally would see nothing wrong with it. If
Okay. But you know what? I'm going to tell you from our point of view here, right? We see that we call it a mouthpiece radio, you know, friendly to Andrew Onis and the JLP. So you have people from there right now, them in the upper house. You have people in the Andrew officer serve. Then this guy, him one of them to way look him turn. Him only thing him do is just introduce the commissioner. And him dep on TV work every morning. We call that moonlighting, right? Right? Him dep on TV work. But yesterday I get senior soup here now. And it's hard when you have people like Ron James who work hard. And then push him out because him speak the truth. The power. Then push him out. Right? Chairman James. Then push him out. Yes. And you have other like you have, all right, you have what that guy name? Llewellyn. Sergeant Llewellyn. Right? Him did stop the Tankwell boss and him give him a ticket because they speed him. And them throw him in a scrap heap. I think him going home now. No more promotion and thing. Yes.
I have to be very careful.
Yes.
How I comment on that.
Yes.
Because I happen to have been the lawyer who represented Bignell in Tankwell case.
Yes.
And there was an acquittal at what we call the end of the Crown's case, the prosecution's case, and made what is called a no case submission.
Yes.
In that the evidence did not support an attempt to bribe. And the judge upheld it.
Yes.
And I think it was a correct decision, not just because I was a lawyer, but in law it was correct. There were a number of shortcomings in the prosecution's case, and I was able to explore them, expose them, and show that Bignell had no intention to bribe.
Okay, but what about the politician can send go to a police, bigger rank, and then you send for this man and tell him for, demand him to do things or tell him to do things. These are the things we are talking about. Yes,
Totally
politician.
wrong.
Hmm?
Totally wrong.
Okay.
Political interference in the police force is a despicable act. I frowned on it. I wouldn't allow it when I held a certain responsibility, and I didn't do it.
Oh.
I said to myself, if I don't do it, why should someone who does not have the responsibility I have do it?
Hmm.
Even Cliff Hughes on one of his programs said that one of my mantra was to depoliticize the police force because when I took over, it had reached a point where a former prime minister of the JLP went and transferred the whole station
Whoa.
for whatever reason. That could not be under my watch because he has absolutely no authority to do it. None. And once politics enters the behavior of the police as to how they carry out their duties, then we are in trouble.
We're in trouble now then. Because you remember out of the gate, out of what them call out there, sort of St. Catherine, when them lock the gate there. And the man they go up in Flatbridge. And just say him order the police to lock up the man and them go lock up the man. Me never know say him me think the police are work for the people. You know, is a agency of the government, but you work for the people, not for Andrew Onis. Andrew Onis work for the people, but him harder than them do it. So that more look like a mafia thing to me. And these things are illegal. Yes.
And the police force has a different legislative framework from the JDF.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes a prime minister who is not thoughtful before he acts confuses his role in relation to the police and the JDF. He has no authority to instruct the police to do anything.
None.
He can make a report
like anyone else.
any other citizen.
Oh.
And that the police carrying out their professional duties will take the appropriate action that in relation to the report. And if the action they take does not accord with the action that the politician who made the report wants, too bad. Too bad.
So the Prime Minister, just like any other citizen, can make a report, but him not supposed to order. Like what am I do right now? Order the police them for do things.
No
we
way.
see, and him talk straight up and say we want go and lock him up, and them go lock up them charge the man. Go on a flat bridge. And him do it more than one time, so him a break some law. We have to hold him on these things, you know. We have to tackle him in true court or something on these things because it's wrong. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong.
You see, for example, if he had said, and I don't recall the incident, but
Yes.
if he had said, I don't understand why the police have not taken action, that's a different situation.
Then when him ordering police to do things. By the way, I see him with the next situation, it's troubling to us because him start go around now, past the commissioner, the deputy commissioner, the assistants, commissioners, the senior soup come right down. And him himself start go now and start talk to police, how will you inspector, how is the crime going? How is the place going? I don't think that meet no protocol or something. Protocol.
I won't knock him for that.
Yes. But you know why I knock him? Because you know him try to manage, micromanage everything. And it'll get upsetting to people right now.
The micromanagement is bad, but it is not a bad thing, in my view, for the Prime Minister to make a visit to a spot and ask policemen questions about their conditions.
No, but it's not that way I ask them, I understand what you say. No, it's not bad. Him and the opposition, not bad. But like, when I do like when I see let him go and then you see them roll the camera and him put it up on the Jamaica, him put them up. Right? Remember you get bad statistic. Because you go in a place, you have more than one police station or one that and one this and the area. Remember, you have a national security minister. Right? And then they talk to the commissioner, but talk to him because we want, the thing for run right. Because, all right. Say, for instance, if him start get friendly with everybody this and somebody for charge him and lock him up, who are going to do it? If me go down in a St. Elizabeth and him not like when me talk and think him can maybe make a phone call him up, them number and say lock him up for me, Find something to create for me. That's why it's not a good thing. We separate it.
That's totally wrong. If he seeks at all to interfere in how the police carry out their duties in making a decision whether to prosecute or not to prosecute, then that's wrong. And we have to frown on that because that is the highest level of political interference which can cause disenchantment in the police force. And if you have disenchantment based upon this kind of political activity, then we can use the phrase dog name was supper. Because we would have to have supper for dog name. We wouldn't have no supper.
All right. I do an interview with Ron James just I think last month. The farmer chairman. And him told me in the interview that the national security minister them talk to him and tell him say like, if him no comply to what and what, them are fight him. And then them start tag him say my PMP and see them move him. They move him.
I can't speak on that.
Yes.
Because my law firm represented the Police Federation in a matter.
Okay.
So I can't speak that.
Okay. All right. Because we see something we have to talk on, We have to talk on and then we have to carry you back again. We have you over already and the people them not ready for moving. But we have to have you over again because we have a lot of things to talk on. Yeah, but we have to continue. But before, make we just, wrap up with own this right now, with the pack your bag and go because it really look deep for him. And then him started the lie again from PMP, the 70s. Him start say it's a dark night. Yes? And yes. Him start say that him starts all kind of foolishness again. Starting foolishness. When we go school and we bless through the 70s, free education. Go right up. And free health system, free everything. Whenever the hospital, them never mash up.
Don't forget housing.
Right now, the housing. Right now, every time we see the Prime Minister, we see him the right owner, National Housing Trust. I got to him and I get to key. From the 70s. We still a benefit. Yeah. So it's PMP really build up Jamaica. With all the thing where them put in. Yes.
Most of the developmental foundations come from PNP policies and action.
Yes.
But in relation to your desire to have me tell the Prime Minister to pack his bags and go, I'm not going to tell him that.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yes.
I already previously told him that he should start packing. I figure that by now he has finished packing. So my word to him now is, Prime Minister, pick up your bags and go.
I wonder, yes. I wonder, yes, man. Pick up your bags and go. Pick up your bag and leave.
Pick up your bags and go.
When the place a mash up, because we have over 2,000 devices online, you know. Yeah, man, long time, over 2,000.
How do I get the feedback of?
You're gonna see it. It's on your. I'll send the link so you can watch it. You can press it and you'll see it. Yes, man, the link's in your phone. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you can watch it, and when you come off, you still see we online. You know, we go and do some other discussion. But we have to have you back again, you know. We have to have you back again. All right. Thanks. We're not gonna hold you up no more. But yes. Go ahead.
My pleasure to have been here, and all the best to your listeners and viewers. And if your listeners and viewers have any contact in the constituency of North East St. Andrew, where Minister Chuck is now the MP, if they could just feed that information to you as to voters there who are likely to support the PNP, I would be grateful if you receive that from them.
Yes.
And then you pass it on to me, because I have a particular interest in that constituency.
All right, no problem. You will hear from me with that. Definitely.
Okay.
100%. 100%.
And I was hoping you would ask me, can you say what the particular interest is?
No, but I wanted, you know, you can tell us. Tell us. Because we have to carry you back, you know. Yes.
Well, my daughter, Stacey Knight, is the candidate for the People's National Party.
Well, then we need her to interview her next week. And we have to interview her next week, man. We have to. Yeah, I will stand with her 100%, you know.
Thank you.
100%. The man in the wilderness stand with her 100% around here.
Well, let us help her to win by telling us who we need to go to.
No problem.
We need to go.
All right.
And send that information, name, address, telephone number, or just name, or just address, or just telephone number.
Yeah, some people are telling 200%. We with you on more than 100%. Yes, yes, some people are saying 10,000%. You will see it in the chat when you watch it back. Yes?
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yes, man, 100%. We have to talk to her next week. Definitely. Yes? All right. You take care now.
Okay.
All right, respect. Cool.
Good.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. That, you know, the sheriff, just talk to the sheriff. Lied. Come in at where you lied. Yeah, man. We just talk to the sheriff. Let me play about this with the sheriff. Because I tell you, you know, the sheriff are the sheriff. You know. Respect you. Now we hear him daughter run against who? Chuck? No, man. We did it 100%, man. 100. Fully support. 100%. Chuck, we have to uproot you. You only all gloves off, you know. All gloves off. Make a play about this. And then we're going to look a lie where the Prime Minister promote. I'm showing you the big lie where I'm promoting. Dangerous, you know. We're tired of this. Make a play about this.
Please, Mr. Knight, please.
I'm suggesting that you are pathologically mendacious.
Mr. Knight, that is an improper suggestion.
Why?
And an improper...
After he just said what he just said?
Yes.
It's pathological.
Mr. Knight, please continue your cross-examination if you so intend to.
He was referring to what you said, a ruling you made.
And he laughed at you.
And laughed. You have a pathological condition when it comes to telling the truth. And I'm suggesting to you that you have misled, you have conspired, and you have deceived the parliament, the people of this country, and the inquiry, this commission, the diaspora and every Jamaican, and that you, Prime Minister, should pack your bags and go.
Mr. Chairman,
All right, Mr. Small.
but Mr. Chairman, you need to put your foot down.
Put my foot down or what? Adjourn it?
Well, take charge.
Pack your bag and leave. Yeah, man. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, man. But you say, at the talk of the century, pack him bag and leave.
No, man, hear this. On a serious note, 100%, yes. KD Knight, that run against Chuck, we with him 100%. So, yeah, make we get cracking. Your family member and everything, just tell them, no more Chuck. Yes, him for pack him back to, him need for pack him back. Yes, Jamaica for change up. Him need to pack his bag and leave. You understand? Hey, let me show you that thing now with Onus. This a part of the desperation with Andrew Onus, right? This a part of the desperation with Andrew Onus. Andrew Onus come out with this. Let me just show you first. May I do it this way? Let me just show you first when Goodyear closed tongue. Because he not have this, I'm gonna show you who I do over there, and you still only some muggle. Like a Imam Theme dream. Brother, listen me. We do fact checking. The data, these things are what me keep with me. Yes? These are what the Jamaican radio station, TV station, media should have do. Fact check you. Stop making tell Jamaican people like honest. Time for this stop. Look at these people. Let me show you something. Very important. Take note, and honest you take note. Because I'm going to salon you run out pan. The other day you run out with the bus them. Stupid. Right? Look on this. Look at these people. Look on the date. You see the date? You want me open it a little bigger when you can see it, right? When you can see it good, right? Honest, take note of this. Camera play something with you right now. So you see, Goodyear Jamaica Limited, close off plant that are up in St. Thomas. Goodyear Jamaica Limited announced on March 21st that it is closing the Morant Bay tire manufacturing facility. That is the same place where you see motorway. You make sure you see the 1997 this. Not even 30 years, 27 years. March gone. Right? When you see it? And will continue to maintain a strong sale presence in the country with offices in Kingston and Oliver Road. The plant closure will take effect immediately and all employees have been advised. So you want to see the date when the plant closed. I always show one of them things here, because around here so is a learning channel. We don't do tabloid. Okay? Alright, look, let me show you the next thing now. Because only a run out, him not have nothing for show you, Nothing at all. Him have for show you. But I show you who has spent the money up there with this. You know see this, right? Look now. Look on this.
Have NCB Capital Markets through our Stratus funds has made an equity investment. We're a 21% shareholder in the project. We have.
You just listen who are the shareholder in the project and who and them are do the project. I want to listen good. Honest, me have the thing them, You
Capital Markets through our Stratus funds has made an equity investment. We're a 21% shareholder in the project. We have arranged and provided preference share financing, and we provided the the construction financing for this project.
So them have financed it too, and them have a company with them.
And we feel that we're both in an enviable position and a humbling position that there is very few, if any, other financial institution that can participate in the entire capital structure of a project like this, of this size and magnitude. So we're proud to be here, really impressed with the work that Factories Corporation and their team have done to get it to this point.
Factory Corporation and them team.
Looking forward to partnering not only with Czech and Factories Corporation, but with all of those fellow tenants that are going to be a part of this project.
And fellow tenants at the project. But only to take the whole project for himself now. A film flagship this.
And really making this a destination for Morant Bay and St. Thomas and really making the impact on the economy and the lives of individuals so that we can, again, make sure that we are building a better Jamaica. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bruce Boyens from NCB. Now, please forgive me. I was a
Right, so I can move that. So I'm from NCB. And you hear one who factory Jamaica and everybody. But here the Prime Minister now, we talked to him already, from the 21st of October. So I'm going to do back this now and I put it up because I'm not for sure. I'm just show the bus them the other day in the garbage truck. The garbage truck. Well, me have an intro now in the one of the garbage truck. But we just pack the one of them in it. Yeah, we don't have to use the wall. We use the other 49, 50 garbage truck, we carry the rubbish in that. Well, them are worse of rubbish, so, yes. All right, hear him now, hear this.
I'm standing here on 25 acres of land just outside of Morant Bay, the home of the former Goodyear factory. Many Jamaicans would know this factory as one of the major industries in St. Thomas over 40 years ago.
Over 40 years ago?
Since then,
that's over 28 years ago now, because 27, them close, 27 years now. Over 40 years, before 84. You hear this?
The closure of the factory, it has been a derelict building. And for many of the citizens of St. Thomas, a symbol of the neglect and lack of economic activity in the parish.
The factory alone never give no economic activity in no parish. My brethren them used to work over there. When they talk about 40 years, in 1987, remember when Bagabon are doing reggae cable, because Bagabon was my good friend, Yes, from from JBC. Yeah. And him have reggae cable. And them carry Mackerel over there in 87. First time I see Mackerel, because my brother put out the tune before him. Mara saw, and then come squeak, and bust up the place. And Cat and Lanny them take him and push out the bad Dan man. Remember everything good enough. I was there. 1987. See? So, when them go talk all these things, remember I know the place, I know the house them where the side of this, and I know who work over there and all kind of thing. A lot of people. But I know used to work over there. But I could hear him, this is the way I do, put up on him side for use it and promote. Hear the foolishness way I talk. Listen here.
I had a vision for this place and a vision for St. Thomas. It is not often that politicians within their life cycle get to see the fulfillment of visions of this scale and magnitude.
Politician of lifetime now get to see like him and do something. Michael man, the whole of Portmore big. You saw Portmore big? You saw Portmore big, it have more people than Barbados. Yes. It have more people around this. You saw over there big? But you matter Goodyear factory, the little place there, so. You matter about 25 acres. Charles them gone with 1,500 acres. 25 acres. And you matter about the Kentucky where I got there now, kind of things like this are something great. You build a plaza like what the plaza over Portmore. You never see the PMP them behave this way. It's a joke. That me tell you same false. I'm very false. Yeah.
Well, within 5 years, we have taken the abandoned, derelict Goodyear factory and we have created a brand new urban center.
We have created a brand new urban center. So he might promote himself. Where you say people have to pay for them thing and them thing there. And we have taken and created and we have come brand new urban center like him build something. It's a goddamn shame.
It is not often again in the history of Jamaica that any government can say that they have purpose-built a town or an urban space.
Any government can say them purpose to build a town or urban space. What kind of urban space and town? This is foolishness again. This is like a mall, like every mall, like a Portmore with everything in it and them thing. Yes. You just build it round and then you just build them, put the courthouse in there. So.
That cause problem. And it's fenced round. When I talk of foolishness, garbage. Garbage. Me just show you our ability. No. But this is just him and theme kind of thing. You understand? This him have a send round and a promote right now. You see it is on the file? Me tell you, say, be a garbage him do. No two way about it. Be a garbage. We don't have the time for this. We just rub it out. Me show no who ability. Me show no when it closed down. Me show it when it not 40 years or 40 years. This and that. Could I just say 28 years or 27 years now it closed down. And it closed down 27 years. See, him gonna 40, make it sound like it locked down from a long time, and then him take it and it put on there because this is exacerbate all the time. Dangerous. PR again. And not him, you who do the funds, who find the funds that do it. And then him gonna tell about people that say, oh, it can benefit me. Listen, if the courthouse over there, them have them people that work at the court already. Them have who are working at the court. You know, going to live both and then you go over there and turn a judge. If them have the council at the council that go over there, who are they working at the council already. So them they gone already. The fast food them have them workers and all kind of things. If the BPO you might get something over the BPO. And if him say university, you pay your money and like you go over the free. Me don't know with this. Yes. So when him do, him come out, him not have nothing for promote and him come and promote this. We don't have no time for him and him foolishness here. When I talk about urban center and all kind of things, tell him stop him bulls. Time for him stop it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Time for him stop it. When must not do, or when should not do, I try dodge. Or I try hide and I try move illicit enrichment. Feel let go everybody where you chat, feel that we scamming out who you hold with some money with them can't count. Feel let go himself. No court not gonna let him go. No court. And you hear why them no want to do something now because if them do it in the parliament, then we're gonna hold them accountable. Because we know so them are hide something, them are choppers. Yeah? And if him do it when the governor general sign it in, it good enough. When you have the sheriff, when him explain when no what go on. The government general have to sign and it come in effect, so that means him still a stand to everything we must stand. So him no want do not like that him want the court now. I go say, make me go please. Then when you do, let go the one of them out there. Everybody, I the one them get deep. You could have just, you can't tell me where we get for money. Eh? You don't mash up Jamaica. People who not vote for people who can't trust. That's straight. No two way about it. Yeah? We need to stop the foolishness and vote for honest people. Stop making them do PR. Stop up and down with PR. Only saw the worst prime minister in the history of Jamaica. No two way about it. Remember it was Siago of the crown, for the worst, And him beat Siago right now. Yeah. Him beat Siago. So there is no two way about it. Yeah. And right now, this abnormal time. So me now have to come and take some drastic measure. If you have normal time. So you see when we start now, me have a thing name. We not do the normal tone like no. One side. Hold on a little bit. This name City Hall. Hey, listen, all of my gloves off. So let me tell you, every week I come different interview, with some different people and some things and we are hold them accountable. My gloves off. No joking around here. And Prime Minister, remember say, as long as me there say no, we have fact check you. May I show you the real thing, they make you go check that when you talk, you don't mislead nobody. Yeah? No, yeah, you have to stop mislead people. When I ask you, we are tell you. We are forced to do that. You have to stop mislead people. Yeah? Very serious. No two way about it. Yeah? Yes. I just said there, Yeah, man. No, man, him dangerous, man. Only saw the verse. Not even Bruce. Come on now. Bruce, only saw the verse thing. And then him a break laws, not something where I tell police for go arrest people and all kind of things. It's wrong. Him not have the power, But because the police, them get so corrupted, yeah, and then put them in, who him want put in, and put them and them and show them and them and do things out of the way. I remember, there is no law to tell him, say, him have to make a complaint like what the sheriff tell him, have to make a complaint like any other citizen. But no, I'm around them head. You ever hear anything like this? Yeah? You ever hear anything like this? Eh? Him can't talk the truth, you know. But we have the truth, and you remember, so we have a fact check him on here. Yeah. Out of NCB. Him not back that neither. Yes. No, oh, yeah, Michael. When same things to some of our yesterday, can't go on. The man break law. The man does break law. The man send police. Even when the man say, I want catch you with you. You're prime minister. Which prime minister ever talks so? If you're prime minister, you go take a gun from you have a legal gun to you, know better. Only way you can get to unless you say that make a citizen arrest. But you're not supposed to say, Radam, I want to catch you with the gun. Keep it. What happened to you? Police with the policing. The micromanagement stop. And the whole of the thing them name office to move. A time for him stop it. But anyway, next week again, when I know say the thing I turn up, I have to interview Sheriff Data. And then me have Pastor Peter, Peter Chambers. Yeah, me don't get to carry me yet, but me I interview some other, yes, me I interview some other politicians right across the board. Yes, me I interview some other politicians straight. You understand? Next week again, the place I got fiery again. Same way. I want to care about Sheriff, But me I go on the 2 in a 1. I want to care about Sheriff. I have to care about Sheriff. But when I care about Sheriff, I have to carry Lambert Brown. Panic bomb. Worries. Because for all, let me tell you something. Yes, from them drop the last report. I mean, I do that a morning too. When PMP stretch out the lead and go we up so, it at him Eddie run up and down a show 1 billion after nearly 9 years. 8 and 3/4 years. Yeah, remember February 9, Yes? He might show away that billion talk about economic this and that. Stop your foolishness. Them could have said that boat over the mall at Portmore or any other mall where them a build up and all kind of thing. Where you get that from, Andrew? Eh? And then them talk foolish about over 40 years and think we know when it locked down. Me carry a lot of data, me have the date. What happened to you? Make sure you fact check before you talk because me have fact check and I look stupid. Stop it. Me have force him to tell the truth. Yeah? Me have force him to tell the truth. I remember him can't talk the truth, Andrew Wonison. Can't talk the truth. Yeah? Yes, man. So anyway, when I know so next week again, I worries. Saying, anyway, the renegade there, I want to notice this. Yeah, man. At the city hall. Keep it real. Lonesome, I'm out.
Trendsetter, I'm going to Wayne Lonesome on this place. Tell the boy, the follow come on. Wayne Lonesome, the follow back and no man. See, anyway, Lonesome, run a big trendsetter. Lonesome run the place. Me no follow back and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, Lonesome set the place. Me follow back yo. As a man says to me, you're an expansion man. Crew one, in the car, I'm gonna spam. Every man jump up on the bandwagon. Put them lyrics together and I do make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like whole bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and don't stand. Me visit the love get a while. I full of a tank. From the big trendsetter, Lonesome set the place. Me never love a comment and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, they Lonesome set the place. Me never love a comment. Yo, veteran, to perform a state show and up for them up the rest. Yes, take some juice and smoke too big at the festival. Naturally, where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, Lonesome natural and what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When me up and they might call the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big trendsetter, Lonesome set the place. Never love a comment and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, Lonesome set the place. Me never love a comment.
Yes,